Okay, so in this video we are going to talk about the end behaviors of these graphs. So the end behavior is represented by x being positive infinity or x being negative infinity. So a positive and even graph. So if it's positive, that means, well, first of all, if it's even, that means that both of the ends are going in the same direction. So they're both going up or they're both going down. And if it's positive, that means that they're both going up. So it would have to look something like this. So if we're talking about our quadrants, so our quadrants are labeled 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now this quadrant, the x values are positive and the y values are positive. And then in this quadrant, the x values are negative and the y values are positive. So if I'm looking to the left of the y-axis, so here's our y-axis, so here's to the left of that. The left, x approaches negative infinity and y approaches positive infinity. And then to the right of the axis, both x and y are going towards positive infinity. So it all kind of depends on where the ends of your graphs are. So now this is a negative even behavior, so meaning that they're both facing down now. So in this quadrant, both the x's and the y's are negative. Over here, the x's are positive and the y's are negative. So to the left, so over here, both x and y are towards negative infinity. And it's infinity because of these arrows. They keep going. They don't stop at those 2 points. And then my x and my y for the right side is positive. My x is positive infinity and the y is negative infinity. So then if I've got a positive odd graph, so an odd graph meaning that one end starts down and then the other end is going the opposite way. If it's positive, that means it goes down to up. So a linear one would work. So if you want to use the same approach, so this side over here was the positive positive. And this one matches here, so this is the negative negative. So the left side of the axis, so over here, both x and y are towards negative infinity. And then the right, they're both positive infinity. So now, last one. Now it starts up and goes down, so like this. So this side matches this one, so the plus minus. And this one matches up here, so the minus plus. So the left side, x is towards negative infinity. Y is towards positive infinity. So then x is positive infinity, y is negative infinity. So let's go ahead and draw like a generic one of these. So if I've got my coordinate plane, I've got my x-axis and my y-axis. Here's the left side and here's the right side. So here's quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4. So here it was positive, positive. Over here it's negative, negative. So the x's are negative here and the y's are positive, and then they flip-flop over here, so positive, negative. So that could be your way of figuring out just a generic one. Just kind of start to memorize this a little bit. Okay. So first we need to figure out, is it even or odd, and then is it positive or negative? So if we're looking at the end, so we've got this end and this end. So one is up and one is down, which means that this is odd. And then it starts up and ends going down. So if it starts up and then ends going down, then that means that this is negative. So then we need to describe the end behavior. So looking at this end, our x's over here are negative and our y's are positive. The x's over here are positive and the y's are negative. So let's start with the left side. So x is negative infinity and y is positive infinity. Then the right side, x is positive infinity and y is negative infinity. Sorry about this glare. Okay. So now looking at this one, so both of my ends are going the same way, which means that this is even. And they're both facing up, which means that it's positive. So now looking at the end behavior, this here is positive, positive. And just like this one is negative, positive. So the left side is over here. So x is negative infinity and y is positive infinity. Then the right side is positive, positive. Okay, so then you've got some review questions next. You need to explain why it is even or odd and positive or negative, and then describe your end behavior. And then over here you still need to find the leading coefficient and your degree for these ones. Okay. So let me know if you've got any questions. You still need to find the end behavior to these as well. Okay. Okay. Let me know if you've got any questions.